Hello and welcome to astronomy. This is your last unit. I'm going to post a few little videos on OneNote and fill this booklet in for you. You can then copy it into your booklets, watch the videos, and hopefully that will kind of talk you through this last unit while you're at home. The first couple of pages look at really revision from year 10. So it shows a little diagram of our solar system and it asks you to do a few things with that. So let's go through the questions. Question 1, mark the sun on the diagram. It is right at the center. In year 10 you would have spoken about a geocentric solar system, which was the old model that we now know is wrong. We have a heliocentric solar system which has the sun at the center of it. Okay, the sun is a star, contains most of the mass of the solar system, and it's way bigger than anything else in the solar system. Name the 8 planets in order of distance from the sun. You could learn a little rhyme to do it. So there's one over here, which is my very enthusiastic mother just served us noodles. So we start off with Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars. They're the 4 inner planets, tend to be small and rocky. Then we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Another way of keeping yourself right is our solar system starts off with the sun in the center and it ends with SUN, the sun as well. Key thing to be careful for here is you have 2 M's, you need to know which way round they are. Okay, so Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It then says mark the direction of each planet's motion on the diagram. They all orbit in the same direction. Now that's unlikely to happen by chance, which means we think there must be a reason for it. And we'll discuss that later. It's actually a piece of evidence for how we believe the solar system was formed. Mark on the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt is just a region where there's lots of asteroids. That tends to be in between Mars and Jupiter's orbit, like that. What other orbit is shown on the diagram? We have this one here. It's a very elliptical orbit, starts way out far away from the sun past Uranus and Neptune, and then it gets close to the sun. This is the orbit of a comet. Comets, just big balls of ice really. We have a lot of objects like that that orbit out past Neptune. Sometimes they hit into each other and that knocks them out of their orbit, and then they do get kind of change their orbit to a more elliptical one that comes close to the sun. When they get close to the sun, the ice begins to melt and that forms a tail of our comet. Sketch on the diagram the orbit of Io, one of Jupiter's largest moons. Well, here's Jupiter, and moons orbit around planets in the same way that planets orbit around the sun. The shortest year of any planet is 88 days. What is meant by a year? It is the length of time a planet takes to orbit the sun or its star. Which planet has an 88-day year? It is Mercury. Explain why this planet has the shortest year. 2 key things. It's the closest to the sun, so its path is the shortest. But it also has the largest speed or velocity. If Mercury travels slowly, the sun's gravity is so strong that we just pull it into the sun, so it has to travel fast to be able to exist that close to the sun. And which planet has the longest year? For the opposite reason then, it's Neptune, because it's furthest away and it travels the slowest of all the planets. Which planet is the coldest and why? We're going to go with Neptune, just to keep it uncomplicated, because it's furthest from the sun. Which planet is the hottest and why? You might think it should be Mercury, but it's Venus because it is close to the Sun, but not the closest. But it has a thick atmosphere. So Mercury is close to the Sun, but it doesn't have an atmosphere. The atmosphere provides a greenhouse effect that keeps the heat trapped in and makes it warmer. Venus is so warm, metals would melt on its surface. Which planet has beautiful rings around it? It is Saturn. Others have rings, but they're not as visible. And what is similar about the 4 inner planets? They are all small and rocky, or terrestrial. What is similar about the 4 outer planets? They're all made of gas, and they're really, really large, so they're called gas giants. To people on Earth, the sun rises and sets every day. How does a heliocentric, that's our correct model, explain this observed movement of the sun? So it appears to rise and set, but that's because we're spinning. Okay, so Earth spins on sun axis once every 24 hours. Bonus question, when was Neptune discovered? You can look that up and find it out. Okay, we'll stop there and then move on to